Welcome back to This Week in Agribusiness. We have on our calendar those dates in September 15th through the 17th. The Farm Progress Virtual Experience is coming up. And this year, when there is no Farm Progress show that we can attend and no Husker Harvest Days, but producers will be able to go online. It'll go live on September 15th, and you can see the equipment working in the field, including hay equipment. The folks at AGCO will have an impressive lineup of equipment working in the hay fields. Matt LECROY joins us here, Tactical Marketing Manager for AGCO. Matt, tell us what the livestock and hay producers can expect to see from Heston by Massey Ferguson and the Massey Ferguson hay products in that virtual experience.
Well, Max, we're going to have a really good lineup this year. Really excited about this opportunity. Since how the show's not going to happen, we're going to have tractors from 300 horsepower all the way down to 100 horsepower. We'll have mower conditioners, rotary rakes, large square balers, round balers, and windrowers.
You know, Heston has been around a long time, and I think I saw that it was back in the 50s, or maybe even earlier than that Heston came on the scene. Give us a little bit of background.
Yeah, Heston came on the scene, and it's based in Heston, Kansas. They introduced the first self-propelled windrower back in 1955. And where we saw there was no industry, they created an industry. So look at the large square baler they invented back in like 1978. There was no industry there. They saw a need for it. They created it. We've been the industry leader in both products since then. And we haven't stopped there. We've got so many different innovations and patents throughout the years. Center pitted mower conditioners were invented by Heston. Also the disc header for the self-propelled windrower.
So let's talk a little bit about the 2270 large square baler. That's a product that many producers will want to take a look at. Fill us in on that.
Yeah, so the 2270 is a 3x4 large square baler. And the really good thing about a 3x4 is they stack better on a trailer. So anybody that's hauling hay around understands a 3x4 can put more tonnage on a trailer. We've got two impressive models. We have a standard 2270, which is going to, of course, make a 3x4 bale. But then we have the 2270 XD, which stands for extra density. So when you're getting into those stover type crops, whether it be a wheat straw or rye straw, or even getting into your corn stalks, you can actually get a lot more density out of it. Those crops are very spongy, so you need that extra density to get weight out of the bale.
Let's talk about the WR9900 series, the Heston by Massey Ferguson WR9900. What sets that apart?
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier that Heston invented the first disc header for windrowers. We haven't stopped there. We continue with innovations, whether it be mechanical innovation or electronic innovation. We have the first hydraulic tensioning system on a windrower, and it's controlled from the cab, so the operator can control that. We have fly-by-wire steering, similar to what you see in aviation. We don't have mechanical linkages driving your windrower. The good thing about that is you can have different operator settings. So you can have operator 1, operator 2, and they can have their steering sensitivity completely different. They can have the controls on their handle do different things. So if you can hop in and say, I'm operator 1, the control that moves the header up and down can be different for the operator 2. We have a lot of good things like that. Also, comfort in the cab is really important. So we have our OptiRide and OptiAir systems. So that is cab suspension, keep you comfortable during the day. And since you're in that cab a lot of the times, sometimes 10 or more hours per day, we have a heated and ventilated seat. So you can choose from the standard cloth seat, but if you opt up to the leather seat, you can stay really comfortable in there all day.
That can make a difference, all right. Massey Ferguson recently came out with that new 4100 series round baler, which, yeah, you can imagine it's great for alfalfa, for baling grass. But what about corn stalks and wheat straw and baling high moisture forages?
Yes, sir. So the baler was originally invented to be a silage cutter baler. It has 17 knives in it. A lot of people choose not to use those knives, so they just lock them in the down position. But the baler has been very impressive in a lot of the crops. It wasn't invented for that. It's a very heavy baler. It's built to be heavy duty because silage bales are very heavy. But a lot of people are using it for alfalfa, grass, and also straws and corn stalks. And it holds up very well because it's built so heavy. It can withstand all those high pressures and very rough crops that can usually damage a bale chamber.
How can we learn more, or how can we find a dealer?
Oh, please visit masseyferguson.us and look for your local dealer, and I'm sure they'll be able to give you a lot more information.
Matt LECROY, good to visit with you. Thanks for taking the time to share with us that great story from AGCO.
Thank you, Max. Appreciate it.
Matt LECROY, Tactical Marketing Manager with AGCO.